She laughed. I bet you $10,000 you can't last a week without me. After a small argument, I said, deal. Then I documented everything, lasted 6 months, and took her to small claims court with the text as a contract. The judge's ruling made her realize jokes have consequences. I, 29 male, was dating Bianca, 27, for 3 years. We lived together in my apartment for the last year and a half. Looking back, the red flags were there. She'd constantly remind me how lucky I was to have her, how her exes begged for her back, how I'd be lost without her organizational skills. Classic stuff I ignored because, well, the relationship was comfortable. The argument that started everything was stupid. I'd forgotten to pick up her specific brand of oat milk. Not regular oat milk, had to be the barista blend unsweetened from that one organic place. She went ballistic. You're so incompetent. You can't do anything without me holding your hand. I stayed calm. It's just oat milk, Bianca. It's not about the milk. It's about you being a man-child who needs me for everything. You couldn't survive a day without me. That's when she said it, with that smirk she always had when she thought she was being clever. You know what? I bet you $10,000 you can't last a week without me. 1 week. No contact, no help, nothing. She was laughing. Her best friend Astrid was there. They were supposed to go to brunch. Astrid was cackling too. OMG, yes, he'd come crawling back in like 2 days. I looked at both of them. Really looked. Bianca with her superior smile, so confident I was this helpless idiot. Something just clicked. Deal. She stopped laughing. What? I accept your bet, $10,000. 1 week without you. I was joking. No takesies backsies. That's what you always say, right? Astrid, you're a witness. I pulled out my phone, opened the voice recorder. Just to be clear, Bianca, you're betting me $10,000 that I cannot last 1 week without you, correct? She rolled her eyes. Sure, whatever. Yes, 10 grand, 1 week, starting now. Astrid, you witnessed this? Astrid giggled. Totally. This is hilarious. I saved the recording. Then I texted Bianca, confirming our bet, $10,000 that I cannot last 1 week without you. Starting 11:43 a.m. today, Saturday, she texted back. Easy money, baby. Then I left, grabbed my gym bag and walked out. The first 24 hours were interesting. She texted a few times, where'd you go, lol? Don't be dramatic. Or seriously doing this? I didn't respond. The bet was no contact. Day 3, she started getting mad. This is stupid, come home. I have plans Friday, you need to drive me. Hello? Day 5, the tone changed. Okay, you made your point. Just come back. This isn't funny anymore. Day 7 arrived. I'd stayed at my buddy Diego's place, worked normally, went to the gym, cooked my own meals, did my laundry, survived perfectly fine. At exactly 11:43 a.m. 1 week later, I texted her. I won the bet. You owe me $10,000. My phone exploded. She called 23 times in 5 minutes. I didn't answer. She texted, it was a joke. You know I don't have 10K. Stop being ridiculous. Come home now. I texted back, a bet's a bet. I'll accept payment via cash, check, or transfer. You have 30 days. She showed up at Diego's that night, pounding on the door. This is insane. It was a joke. Jokes are funny. Bets are legal contracts when there's consideration, terms, and witnesses. You're seriously going to destroy our relationship over a joke? You destroyed it when you bet money you don't have that I'm too incompetent to live without you. She started crying, the tears that usually worked. Baby, please, you know I love you. I didn't mean it. Then you shouldn't have said it. 30 days, Bianca. Update 1. So Bianca went full psycho mode, but in a really entitled way that kept digging her hole deeper. First, she tried to move back into my apartment, showed up with Astrid and 3 suitcases while I was at work. My landlord called me. Your ex is here demanding I let her in. She says she lives here? She doesn't. She's not on the lease. Please don't let her in. He didn't. She apparently screamed at this 70-year-old man about tenant rights. She had none. And common law marriage, we don't have that here. Then came the social manipulation. She told everyone I was financially abusing her over a joke. Most people's reaction was, wait, you bet him what? Her mom, Dottie, called me. This woman, Lord help me, how dare you try to extort money from my daughter? She made a bet. She lost. She's a woman. You can't take money from a woman over silly banter. That's not how bets work, Dottie. I'm calling the police. For what? Winning a bet? She hung up. The police never came. But here's where Bianca really messed up. She posted on social media, "Can you believe this loser is trying to steal $10,000 from me over an obvious joke? Some men are so pathetic when they get dumped." I commented with the screenshot of her text confirming the bet. Added the audio file of her agreeing to it with Astrid laughing in the background. The comments were brutal. "Girl, you made the bet though. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Maybe don't bet money you don't have. This is embarrassing for you." She deleted the post, but I'd already screenshot everything. Then she tried to get me fired. Called my company claiming I was harassing her. My manager pulled me aside. "Hey, so your ex called HR saying you're harassing her about money?" I showed him everything. He actually laughed. "She bet you couldn't last a week without her? Bro, that's cold. Right? So am I in trouble? For what? Not needing your girlfriend? Get back to work." But the peak entitlement came when she sent her new boyfriend to talk to me. Yeah, new boyfriend. 2 weeks after our breakup. This dude Terrell shows up at my gym. Massive guy, probably 6'3", clearly trying to intimidate me. "You need to leave Bianca alone about this money thing." I'm mid-bench press. "Who are you?" "Her boyfriend, and I'm telling you to drop it." "Did she tell you she made the bet? It was a joke." "Did she tell you she confirmed it in writing?" He paused. "That doesn't matter. Legally it does. Also, my guy, you've been dating her for what, a week? And she's got you fighting battles over money she owes her ex? You sure you picked a winner?" He stared at me. I could see the wheels turning. Just drop it, man." "No, she owes me $10K. If you want to pay it for her, that's between you two." He left. Found out later they broke up that same day. Apparently he asked her why she didn't just pay if it was only $10K, and she admitted she was broke. He bounced. Meanwhile, I'd been documenting everything. Every text, every threat, every admission that the bet was real. The 30 days were almost up. Update 2, day 30 came. No payment. I sent a formal demand letter, had my cousin who's a paralegal help me write it, gave her another 15 days before I'd file in small claims court. Her response was to have her mom and her new squad, she'd already replaced Astrid as her bestie with some girl named Cleo, show up at my apartment. Dottie started immediately. "You are ruining her life over nothing." "It's not nothing. It's $10K. She's had to take extra shifts. She can't afford her fillers. She had to cancel her birthday trip. So she has the money for fillers and trips but not to pay her debts?" Cleo jumped in. "You're just bitter she moved on. This is about control." "Ma'am, I don't even know who you are. I'm her best friend." "Since when?" 3 weeks ago." I actually laughed. "Cool. Well, tell your bestie she has 15 days. Dottie pulled out her checkbook. "I'll give you $500 to go away. The bet was for $10K. 1,000 then. $10,000. She literally stomped her foot. A grown woman stomped her foot. "You're gonna take her to court over a joke?" "Yes." They left, but not before Cleo called me a broke-ass loser, which was ironic since I was the one owed money. During those 15 days, Bianca tried everything. One had her dad call me. Ernest was actually reasonable. "I get it, son. She messed up, but this is going to follow her." "That's called consequences, Ernest. Can't you just let it go? Could you let go of $10K? He sighed. "I told her not to make the damn bet." "You knew?" "She called me right after, laughing about it. I told her that was legally binding. She said you were too much of a pushover to do anything." I recorded that call too. 2. She tried to seduce me, showed up in the dress I used to love, crying about how she missed us. "Pay me my money. We can work this out, baby." "Sure, pay me and we're worked out." She called me heartless and left. 3. She got her coworkers to message me about how I was destroying a young woman's future. I replied to each with the screenshot of the bet. Day 45, I filed in small claims court. Day 47, she was served. The meltdown was epic. She called from 7 different numbers. I kept blocking them, leaving increasingly unhinged voicemails. "This is illegal. You can't sue me for a joke. I'll counter-sue. My dad's getting a lawyer. You're going to lose everything." Ernest did get her a lawyer. That lawyer called me. "My client wants to settle." "For $10K? For $2,000. No, she doesn't have $10K. She should have thought of that before making the bet. No court will enforce this. Guess we'll find out. Update 3, court day arrived. I wore my best suit, had all my evidence organized in a binder with tabs, printed everything in triplicate. Bianca showed up in clubwear, like a sparkly mini dress and heels, at 9 a.m., in court. The judge, an older woman who looked like she'd seen everything, stared at her for a solid 5 seconds before calling the case. Bianca's lawyer argued it was clearly a joke between romantic partners, and that no reasonable person would consider this a binding contract. The judge asked to hear the recording. That beautiful, clear audio filled the courtroom. Bianca, I bet you $10,000 you can't last a week without me. Me? Just to be clear. Bianca, you're betting me $10,000 that I cannot last 1 week without you, correct? Bianca, sure, whatever. Yes, 10 grand, 1 week. The judge then read the text exchange where she confirmed with a thumbs up and easy money, baby. Miss Bianca, did you make this bet? It was a joke. That's not what I asked. Did you make this bet? Yes, but did the plaintiff fulfill the terms? Did he last a week without you? Her lawyer tried to interject. Your Honor, the terms were vague. Counselor, the terms were crystal clear. 1 week, no contact. Your client set the terms herself. The judge turned back to Bianca. Answer the question. Did he fulfill the terms? Bianca was turning red. Yes, but I didn't think. You didn't think he'd actually do it? No. So you made a bet assuming you'd win? It wasn't a real bet. Did you specify that when you made it? No. The judge looked at the evidence again. I also have here a recorded call with your father, where he states you called him immediately after making the bet, laughing about it, and he warned you it was legally binding? Bianca's jaw dropped. How did you? The plaintiff provided it. Ernest, who was in the gallery, put his head in his hands. The judge continued. Miss Bianca, let me make something clear. A bet is a contract. You offered terms, the plaintiff accepted. There was consideration on both sides. You stood to gain $10,000 if he failed. He stood to gain $10,000 if he succeeded. You had a witness. You confirmed in writing. This is textbook contract law. Bianca's lawyer tried one more time. Your Honor, my client doesn't have $10,000. Then she shouldn't have bet $10,000. This will cause her severe financial hardship. The judge looked directly at Bianca. Ma'am, how much do you spend monthly on cosmetic procedures? What? Your social media, which is public and was provided as evidence, shows you getting lip fillers, Botox, and lash extensions monthly. How much? That's maybe $600. And your vacation to Cabo last month? That was like $2,000, but so you have money for luxuries but not for debts? Silence. The judgment. I find in favor of the plaintiff. Miss Bianca owes $10,000 plus court costs of $285. You have 60 days to pay or work out a payment plan with the plaintiff. Bianca lost it. This is insane. It was a joke. I'm not paying him. Shh. The judge. Ma'am, control yourself or I'll find you in contempt. This whole thing is contempt. He's just mad I dumped him. Ma'am, according to the timeline, he left you after winning the bet. I was going to dump him anyway. Her lawyer physically grabbed her arm to stop her from talking. Outside the courthouse, Dottie was waiting. You've ruined her life. Are you happy? I'm $10,285 richer, so yeah, she'll never pay you. Then her wages will be garnished. That's how court judgments work. Cleo tried to throw her iced coffee at me, but missed and hit Ernest. He looked so defeated. I told her not to make the bet, he said quietly. She never listens. Final update. Bianca didn't pay. Shocking, I know. So I started the garnishment process. Her employer was served. 25% of her paychecks now come directly to me. The meltdown when she got that first reduced paycheck was glorious. She posted it on social media. This psycho is stealing my money. Someone commented, girl, didn't you lose a lawsuit? She deleted that post too. But here's where it gets really good. Bianca decided to get revenge by trying to date my coworker Harrison. She showed up at a company happy hour, all over him, making sure I saw. Harrison came up to me later. Dude, your ex is trying really hard to make you jealous. Yeah? She spent the whole time talking about you, like the whole time. It was weird. What'd she say? That you're pathetic, you ruined her life, you're gonna regret this. Oh, and apparently you can't satisfy a woman? Huh. What'd you say? That you literally won $10K from her stupidity, so you can't be that pathetic. She also tried to get me kicked out of my gym by telling management I was harassing her there. Plot twist. I showed them texts where she said she was joining my gym to make me uncomfortable. They banned her instead. Her mom Dottie started a petition to change the predatory betting laws. It got 12 signatures, all from her book club. Astrid reached out last week. Just so you know, I told her not to make that bet. You literally laughed and encouraged her. I was drunk. At 11 a.m.? Brunch cocktails. You were a witness to a legal contract? I hate you both. Cool. The best part, Bianca's new boyfriend, Guy for since our breakup, messaged me. Bro, is it true she bet 10K that you couldn't live without her? Yeah, and she lost? Yeah. Hello. He dumped her the next day. Apparently, she'd been telling him I was an abusive ex who manipulated her into the bet. When he found out the truth, he realized she was nuts. Last I heard, she moved back with her parents. Started a TikTok about surviving financial abuse. It has 47 views. Is trying to become an influencer to pay me back faster. Failed the realtor exam she was supposed to be studying for. Still owes me $7,356. Garnishment is slow but steady. Ernest sent me a message last month. You taught her a lesson I never could. Actions have consequences. Thanks for that. As for me, I used the first payment to take a solo trip. Posted a pic with the caption, turns out I can last way longer than a week without you. She commented, you're pathetic. I replied, but $10,000 richer. She blocked me. Still gotta pay me though. The moral of the story? Don't bet money you don't have on assumptions you can't prove. And definitely don't bet against someone's ability to live without you when you bring nothing to the table but attitude and oat milk drama. Also, to everyone saying I should forgive the debt, why? She made the bet. She confirmed it. She thought I was too weak to win. She was wrong. That's not my problem. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Or in this case, lose 10K. Edit. To everyone asking how garnishment works, basically the court order goes to her employer, and they have to send me 25% of her post-tax income until the debt is paid. It's automatic. She can't stop it unless she quits, and if she gets a new job, I can serve them too. Edit 2. Yes, this is all legal. Yes, verbal bets can be binding contracts if they meet certain criteria. Yes, I had a lawyer friend confirm this before going to court. No, I don't feel bad. She literally bet I was too incompetent to survive without her. The arrogance needed to make that bet is wild. Edit 3. Bianca. I know you found this. Your mom sent me screenshots of you crying about it. Pay faster and this will end sooner. Also, surviving financial abuse is a terrible TikTok handle when you're the one who made the bet. Just saying.